accepting and doing everything that
This
people
is
don't like.
strange. They say we don't have audio, but I have it. I don't know what's going on.
So I don't know. But anyways, don't forget to give us a like, give us a follow. We are here streaming live straight from Filthy's Fine Cocktails in Vero Beach, Florida. So thank you guys again for understanding.
All right. Well, our audio's on now, so perfect. Okay. Anyways, back at it. So we're gonna get John in here soon, and we'll get this show going. Another big news item that, of course, we didn't talk about was the Carmelo Anthony sentencing and verdict and sentencing, which is pretty controversial. Leo, you look like you're ready to speak on that.
No, I haven't heard. I was listening.
Yeah, well, supposedly the story went there was a track meet and he was underneath the wrong team's tent, and this other kid asked him to leave, Austin Metcalf. It's supposedly he bullied the guy, but witnesses said otherwise. And he just he just had an outburst and lashed out and stabbed the kid in the heart. God dang. And then the whole community's upside down because this was a black kid who murdered a white kid, and they weren't happy with the verdict. But the evidence was there. The jury only deliberated for 3 hours, and they had no problem moving on. Let's bring John in. I think it's 35.
Can you hear us good?
Yeah. It looks like we just... No, there we are.
There we are. Now we got audio in the building as well now.
Oh,
Hey, what's up, John?
Crossover.
Can't hear us? Can't hear me?
Yeah, what is up with it?
Hello?
Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very strange.
No, you can hear it. It's just that there's a delay. There's a delay.
Is there?
There's a delay on
Okay.
back there.
Hello?
Can you hear all mics?
Can't hear me.
This is strange, man. Why is it do that?
Mike,
Was it the mix
There's a
the
delay.
mix minus?
there's a delay.
I haven't messed with it.
Oh, okay.
Let's do it. You hear John?
Can you hear me now? You did? Okay. All right. Leave it.
It's
leave it
throwing us off.
All right, that's all right. It's all right. Getting started. No, we're just having some technical difficulties, but I'm gonna reel it in here.
Yeah, let's bring John.
All right, let's reel it in. So welcome everyone to Filthy's Fine Cocktails. Yep, I think we can hear it right now. We're here at the Conspiracy Club 101 podcast. Thanks for being here, everyone. We got To The Point in the house right now. We got Vince over there, right? Vince has got the new merch on. Look at Vince, got the new merch.
He's got that special edition Conspiracy Club
Right.
Shirt on.
Looking good. We got Leo in the house.
Leo's not representing tonight. What's up with that?
No, he's got the run high.
It's a conspiracy.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy. And then we got Mike, the producer. Mike, we appreciate you doing all the work here.
Big shout out to Mike for all the work he does out there.
So we got a few people in the house. We got my brother in the house. We got Eddie from TGI Now podcast is here. Look at that. Look at this guy. Look at him. So we got Eddie. And then we got Joe Antonelli in the house. And then I got a gentleman here, Michael J.J. Del Toro's got his book, Metallic Sky. He wants to talk about that. I'm going to bring him on eventually and discuss his book. His book is very interesting, so that'll be a good topic. We'll probably have my brother and maybe Eddie on the show to talk about that after we get going. So
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, what we'll do is we'll just run that intro again, and when we come back, we'll have
them ready.
2 or 3 guests on with you, and
Okay.
you guys get right into it.
Okay, cool.
Sounds good?
Yeah, that's great.
All right.
Beautiful.
All right, we'll be right back.
All right.
See you guys in a minute.
We live? All right, we're back. We're back in the house, Filthies. And we got
How are you? How are
Steve
you?
from Stone Clones. What's up, Steve? What's up, buddy?
Doing good.
Good to see you, pal.
How's everybody doing?
I'm doing really good. Really good, buddy. Good to see you back. We're gonna have you on the TGI Now show soon too.
All right. Love it.
Yeah, we're gonna have you on the show probably in a couple weeks. I got some guests coming. So one topic I want to talk about tonight is, and we talked about this on the show, you and I, Eddie, is about the movie that's coming out called Disclosure Day, right? We talked about the whole, alien disclosure, Steven Spielberg, E.T., E.B., that kind of stuff that we talked about with the Behold a Pale Horse with Bill Cooper. What do you think is, and Richie's followed Steven Spielberg's life and his career for a long time. What do you think the premise of this movie that's coming out, what do you think it's going to be about, Rich? Yeah. 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 Okay.
That's what I'm hearing from him. I have no plans to see it. I don't go to the movies anymore.
Yeah.
He's made great films. I have,
Yeah. Yeah. What do you? Yeah. All right. Well, what do you think, Steve?
I'll definitely go see it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go see it with you.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll go see it this weekend.
I don't know what to expect. Like your brother said, Spielberg is a great writer. Has a big following. He's not going to put out a lemon, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know.
A lot of it's going to be AI anyway, so
Okay.
so I think a lot of it's going to be AI.
Yeah.
generated.
Where have all the actors gone?
Yeah.
That's a question.
That's a good question.
Who's starring? Who's the?
I don't even know who they are. Colin Firth. I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, but you got to look at it this way too, because I spoke about this in the podcast. Is that I agree with Richie. A lot of it is just like even the name. They want to attract you, disclosure, like they're gonna say something. But Hollywood ain't gonna say shit. Steven Spielberg is part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's just putting something out there to get people like us or people who think that they know something to say, oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
They're disclosing the aliens. They're disclosing this. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just a distraction to what's really going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And what's really going to happen? Do we know?
Yeah, no.
That's the question. Do we really know? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, most movies do. I mean, even The Matrix, they always give you some truth.
Yeah.
There's going to be some truth in it, but
That's
it's
what I
gonna
was-
be a big distraction.
I was just talking to some folks here that just came into the show, Troy and his friend there, and we were talking about The Matrix, and that The Matrix is actually a documentary. It's really not a movie; it's a documentary, and that's what you have to realize when you watch it from a different lens. You realize that. Is that actually talk? You good? Can you hear him? That's what you have to realize when you watch it from a different lens. You realize it. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's what I think, So I mean, there's a lot of movies out there that do that for you, like the movie They Live, same thing. Yep.
Yeah, but they're all in retrospect because it took years later. Back when they came out,
Yeah.
No one thought anything much of it.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, a good alien movie or Matrix. Look at those effects,
Yeah.
Look at the fighting.
Yeah.
I always knew there was something more to it. And I tried to tell people that then, like
Yeah.
Mikey and Kurt,
Yeah.
just laughed at me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I can understand why at the time, but I just don't know with this disclosure day.
Yeah.
I think it's just a movie, man.
Yep. Well, that's what it is.
I think that's all they're doing is this. The name itself just tells you like they really want to attract people because no one's really going to the fucking movies anymore anyway.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I'm not.
So, when was the last time you saw a Steven Spielberg movie in a movie theater?
Yeah.
Jesus.
The last thing we
Long
really saw
time
probably
ago.
was The Matrix.
Hey, was he on the Epstein list? Spielberg?
I don't know. I mean, Cappy said that he was a pedophile. So, Cappy, remember Isaac Cappy? Cappy said that Steven Spielberg was a pedophile.
But I wonder if he was on the Epstein list.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
there was a big list that I saw.
Yeah.
Possible.
I think he was.
Yeah. He probably was. It wouldn't surprise me.
You hate to think it, but it could be. I mean, he works well with kids. They say when he directs them. I mean, but Drew Barrymore.
Didn't a lot of kids he directed, aren't they dead?
I don't know. No.
The one girl, the Heather O'Rourke.
He didn't direct her because he never directed Poltergeist. But he discovered her and helped put her in that movie.
Okay.
And then she died suspiciously when she was like 12. Some people think she was raped and she died of a anal eruption. And but they said she had pneumonia and this and that.
Okay.
And she had she was battling some other little thing.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, that's part of the conspiracy.
Some guy, some producer went up to Macaulay Culkin years later and was bragging about his shoes were made of her skin. I mean, this was as implied as this.
Yeah.
We don't know that.
I don't know for sure.
But yes, I mean, he directed Drew Barrymore, and most of those kids are alive. He was producer a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Too. He produced The Goonies, and he became big with Amblin Entertainment as time went on. I mean, thanks to Jaws, it launched what he is today.
All right. All right. Well, we got Nick Novak in the house tonight too.
Novak.
We got to bring Nick on the show here tonight too. So that'll be a treat for tonight. So I'm glad he's here.
Where is he?
He's running around, but he's got us set up with the Bluetooth, so now people can hear us in the bar. So it kind of works out nice.
Nick Novak.
Nick Novak. Nick, yeah, we'll have you on deck there, Nick. He didn't hear me. Well, I want to let everybody know we have some merch available as well. We got the America 250 t-shirts on the table. We got some Conspiracy Club t-shirts as well, and some hats and stickers. So you're welcome to take any stickers if you want.
Thank
If
you.
anybody wants any, grab some stickers and slap them on the Stones clone.
You got a little flag on the shoulder there.
right?
Oh, that's a nice shirt.
Looks good, right? Looks great.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, see? Yeah, so we got some trying to build up the merch a little
What are you
bit.
guys doing for the 4th of July? Anything special?
I think so. I don't think we got anything planned. I don't think I have anything planned.
No, we don't have a guest either. do we?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. When's 4th of July? Is it on a Tuesday?
Saturday.
Oh, okay, it's on a Saturday. So we won't have it. We'll still have our show, so we'll be good there. So Saturday. So yeah, I haven't really decided. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? They're having the USC fight over on the White House lawn, right? You going up to that?
Yeah. So I'm going up to Washington, D.C. As a veteran, they gave me a ticket to go see the UFC fight in the White House. So
Nice.
it's be pretty cool. Yeah.
That's weird.
Right?
So
I know. I
They have
know.
an UFC fight at the White House.
yeah, it's almost like, you know what I thought about? The Colosseum
Oh, yeah.
in Rome.
Yeah.
Like the gala.
Remember
Yeah.
when the bad emperor brought back the Colosseum?
Yeah.
And they're
Trump is
having
doing this too
having
now.
pedophiles.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. It's almost like he's bringing that kind of craziness. He's bringing it to the White House.
Yeah.
Like,
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I know exactly. Well, Nick wants to talk about that tonight. So yeah,
the truth of it is that we don't know.
yeah,
I mean, we don't know his intentions. Everybody's like got this. Look, they either have a love for Trump or a hate for Trump. I'm in the
I
middle.
mean, Commodus loved the and from the ancient Roman times, but he was a bad emperor.
That's what I'm saying.
They killed him. They killed him.
yeah.
I don't know either. I could care less. It's all because it's getting all out of control.
Because it was the good emperor, his dad, the one that
Marcus Aurelius.
yeah, Marcus Aurelius, because I listened to a lot of his writings, is that he's the one that abolished the games because he didn't want the violence.
Yes, he did. He did try to do things differently, and his son did not. But in Gladiator, he was killed in the Colosseum, but he was actually killed in the bathhouse.
Compared to the
Strangled.
last president, the last administration, I mean, he had transvestites
So that's what I mean. It's all becoming.
showing boobs.
That's true. That's true. We did see a lot of fake boobs on the White House lawn this time 2 years ago. So yeah, it's good. How far we've come or how far we've dropped, I don't know. It's one of those things, and And I had somebody ask me a question earlier before the show, like, how do we wake people up? Like, we got to wake everybody up. And it's like, I'm at the point now where you can't. You have to.
I think you just hit it on the head.
Yeah.
How do you wake people up? 10 days of blackness, right?
Yeah. No
10
internet.
days, right? 10 days of darkness. I've been hearing about it for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
When the lights come back on at the White House, there's already a Coliseum built.
Yep.
And they're hanging.
They're hanging the traitors.
Can you imagine?
That would be pretty impressive that'd be a movie for sure.
That would wake people up.
Yeah.
Yeah, take something like that.
You're right.
I don't,
On the 4th of July.
Well, I think, yeah, right. Yeah. But I think,
Check this out. The only channel you get
yeah.
is the White House lawn.
Well, I think that, like you said about like 10 Days of Darkness or whatever, what it could be. Like we talked about this on the TGI Now show. A lot of times it's like, how do we get people's attention? You get people's attention by taking away the phone, taking away the internet, taking away the distraction, so that you have to sit with yourself. You have to be like, oh, I can't get on my phone. I can't play, gambling, and I can't do this, and I can't do that.
Think about what that would do if they shut it all down.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, what would it do to people?
Yeah.
They'll go nuts.
Exactly.
They can't watch television. They can't play video games.
No
They
porn.
can't do nothing.
No porn. Yeah. No porn.
Porn is
No,
very
nothing.
big.
No, you have to get VCR tape out and DVD. But yeah, you're right. It's like it's
Johnny Watt
Down.
Johnny Watt. Yeah.
or something like that.
But that's what you have to figure out. You have to sit there and look at it and go, well, how would that affect everyone? You would have no internet. You wouldn't be able to get on your bank. You wouldn't be able to gamble. You wouldn't be able to, look at, like you said, porn. You just have to sit with yourself
It's an addiction.
and wake up. Yeah. There's
Think about, not so long ago, less than 50 years ago, we did.
exactly.
We were fine without internet.
Exactly.
We were all doing great. I mean,
So
everybody
that's how
creative.
you wake the people up.
Yeah.
So
So there's your answer. So
right.
the way people wake people up is have 10 days of nothing.
Turn their
Turn their phone off, turn the internet off.
Nothing.
Nothing. So
the porn and you'll wake right the fuck back.
no gamble. Well, again, everything that we're mentioning is these great deceivers,
Dark
tools, the dark side, all the stuff we're talking about, the gambling, the porn, the everything. It's
The video game.
video games.
The scrolling through reels.
Yep.
The time wasted doing something, doing nothing.
Yeah.
Just emptying out your brain. That's what you're pretty much doing.
Being distracted.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it makes total sense.
I mean, back then when we were younger, when there was really nothing to do, we read a book.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I did.
Yeah, and we got one right here. We got one right here, Metallic Sky. We're going to talk about tonight.
Yeah, so it was weird back then, but
Yeah, no, you're right. But we're the last generation that remembers what it's like to not have the internet, not have technology, to not have all that instant gratification that you're used to getting, because that's usually what it comes down to is the instant gratification. That's what they are, So we're the last generation that remembers that.
I remember it.
Yeah.
I loved it. It's great.
you guys are Generation X. I'm a baby boomer.
Yeah.
I definitely remember not having anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I remember when the internet first came out. I was in high school and this kid goes to me, there's this new thing. It's called the internet. You can actually talk to somebody in
Chat rooms, yeah.
California.
America.
Wow. I'm like, they have this thing called the telephone. You can actually talk to somebody in
Well,
California.
it was cool at the time. It was different. It was,
It was doubt
Yeah.
before it started.
And my thing was when you first started to do that was when you were able to play video games with somebody else in like Australia. And I was like, whoa, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like you had to have people come over and play with you. And now you could just play with anybody anywhere you wanted to. And I thought that's a little scary. Like that's
Sorry.
yeah. Yeah. We did. Yeah.
I had that.
Yeah.
Asteroid.
and in television.
Damn it.
Yeah.
It was the same as the Jaws theme.
Yeah.
Yep. You're right. You're right. You're right. That's true. All right, we'll move on to the next subject, and then I'll probably bring Michael
Novak.
I want to bring Nick Novak on as well.
Nick could take my chair.
Yeah, okay. Well, somebody find Nick when you get a chance, if you guys can. Somebody mentioned again, chemtrails. Somebody mentioned chemtrails to me that was in the audience today. Like, and now it seems like it's old news.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
But the thing is, it shouldn't be. We
Exactly.
need to let people. We need to be aware of it because they're constantly making us sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I had today what I went to the spot to do a salt thing just to clear my breathing because I don't know. My nose was stuffed and everything else for no other reason. I don't have a cold. It's all the shit that they're spraying in the sky.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? It just makes you sick.
Gives you a headache. You know, you get a headache from it. You know, it's
People coming in coughing.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, they're also tampering with the weather. There's so many things they could be doing with it. You know, only the people that are involved.
Yeah. Even in a sunny day, if you notice, they start spraying the skies, freaking lines. You see the lines becoming clouds.
It's much easier to see them, and then whatever happens to them later is the next day or whatever. You know, wherever they move.
They still have chemicals in.
Yeah, God knows what they're doing every day.
Who the hell knows what they're spraying?
Yeah, oh my God, you can only imagine.
Supposedly, it's supposed to be for the insects or for bugs.
They'll make up something that they're doing to, just like, God knows what they're doing with ticks. You know, they say they're,
Oh my God.
well, I mean, like I haven't seen them.
Ticks.
Yeah, but I've seen some videos and, who knows, exactly what they're doing other than Bill Gates is trying to get us sick off of meat. Who knows?
yeah, right.
Is that a thing? Is it really happening? Is it going to be that bad? Is it going to get what they want? That now you won't be eating meat. You'll eat what we have you to eat. It's bad enough that we eat right now.
Everything. It's all the shit that we're eating.
They'll just tell you, well, there's not enough cattle, so to feed everybody.
Yeah.
So now maybe you won't like it anymore. And no milk and no dairy. It's too much after a while.
That's scary though.
It is.
Well, we don't have a lot of ticks down here, but up north they
Yeah, I've never gotten a tick in Florida.
yeah, I tell
Haven't
people
either,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, but up north they're more prominent.
I never had any really issues down here.
They come right off.
Yeah, I mean, but who knows how true it is?
There's a big tick problem in New York too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know people that have Lyme disease from it. I've gone up to New York the last 3 summers, and there's people that have had.
New York is big.
Yeah,
Deer ticks and all that.
yeah.
Not so much here. I don't see it so much in Florida.
There's not. I tell people there's not a lot of ticks in Florida, if any.
I think maybe the heat.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there's other variables that stop it.
Yeah.
You have to look into it.
Because you hear about deer, people getting hit by deer ticks in the woods where it's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of deer, I saw a good amount of deer right here in Florida, right locally on US 9, US 95.
95, you'll see them on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They're out there.
Yeah.
They're out there. The hogs are with them. They hang out together. Love it.
To Georgia.
There was a fox not out there too, killing cats.
Yeah. It's good that the wildlife is making a comeback.
Right? Yeah. Well, I thought the same thing, right? Yeah. It is a nice thing to see, You see wildlife come back. Yeah, that's
Once they stay,
Great whites and right off the beaches. And
Was
isn't that great?
I saw was that all at the beach recently?
Florida Beach, they got a great white.
Really?
Where at? Because they never get close here.
I think it was like Daytona.
Well, I mean, they tag them and they know they're usually offshore a little further out, but they don't. There's never been a great white attack to anybody in Florida.
No attacks.
There's no attack. They just spot.
I know, but the spotting is one thing. If someone ever gets bitten by a great white here, it is something to talk about because it doesn't happen. Their diet's not here. Seals,
we didn't say that. He said he just.
They must eat baby dolphins and shit, manatees. I mean, that's
it could go for them, but they just seem to like the seals and shit are not here.
Yeah.
People say, "Oh, they love cold water." No, the things they love are in cold water.
no, I've never seen a seal before.
That's what I'm saying. They're not here. Yeah, that's why you'll see a lot of great white.
There's a great white that swims in Port Canaveral and swims out Sebastian Inlet
Yeah.
every couple of years. Her name's Catherine the Great.
Yeah, I saw a spears fisherman deal with one off the coast of the inlet. A couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a couple miles out, but it was like a 14-foot great white.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he kept it away.
Yeah.
But they're out there for some reason. I don't know if they mate or they eat the tuna.
Yeah.
They just don't get close. They know the seals ain't here.
Dolphins, there's a ton of dolphins out here.
Oh yeah, at the inlet especially.
I've seen pods of dolphins out in the ocean, about a mile or two out. The smaller dolphin with the white stripe on them for like acres and acres, just everywhere.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I live right
I've
out
seen
the
that.
inlet, and I gotta tell you, you gotta see the families.
Oh yeah.
5, 6 dolphins. It's beautiful, man.
Those are the big ones.
Yeah, those are the nice ones.
Yeah. Here comes Nick.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna bring Michael on, talk about his book. You want to stick around?
No, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
All right. And then Nick's gonna. Oh, there's Rondell. Oh shit. Hell yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah. All right. Let Michael come over here. Steve, have Mike come over here.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Yeah, I got
We got a little stuff going on.
Be careful. Y'all. Just come in here, Mike.
Yeah, right here. Right here. Yep.
John, I think I saw it a minute.
Yeah, he said it. Yeah. I'll bring Nick in. When Richie, I'll when you're ready, Nick. You'll let me know. Dell's in the house. Look at this. TGI now. I got your hat for you. What's up, man? How you doing, buddy? Huh? Yeah. Well, I'll rotate. We'll rotate it. Yeah. What's up, brother?
Yeah, not right.
TGI now, right there, buddy. Yeah, I got your hat for you. We got some more people rolling in. What you up, brother? You doing all right?
I can't call it yet.
Good, man. All right. All right. Well, this will be a good topic for you and his book. So this will be good. So we got Mike Del Toro, right? Michael? All right, Mike. Pull the mic a little closer to you. There you go. There you go, right there. Yep. Give us a little. You and I spoke last meeting, and then you brought me your book, and so you want to discuss the book that you wrote during COVID called Metallic Sky, correct?
Correct.
Give us a little overview of the book, and then we'll have a discussion.
Okay. Well, there's several themes that are going on with the book. It's loosely based off the Revelations, but the main thing, it's a series of books, about 5 different ones. I'm in the middle of the second one right now.
Okay.
But the premise is basically there's a bunch of rich people around the world, and they're all interconnected in some way, but it's not like a conspiracy theory that they're all centralized in control and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And what their view is, they're looking to lower the population by a different set of different means.
So population control.
Exactly.
Yep.
And actually lower it down dramatically, like less than 1 billion people they'd be looking for as an ideal situation.
Well, like the Guidestones, 500 million people. Whatever
Right.
it was, yeah.
Exactly. And so what they try to manufacture disasters or just to create mistrust in the government, and that way to make the whole system collapse. And what they're really trying to do is they want to promote designer babies. They want to limit the internet access to people. They want to eventually manufacture or promote AI as a political entity and give them voting rights. And that way they can manufacture cognitively limited machines, but they have all the requirements in order to be considered intelligent enough to vote.
Gotcha.
And those will have to be programmed to follow the political affiliations of the those elite that are looking to eliminate people.
Wow.
And they don't try to manufacture all of the different events. They kind of run with the waves and just point people in different directions and distrusting the media or whatever, any sort of government organization. So eventually they'll only be trusting them.
Gotcha. Huh. Wow. What do you think, Frontel?
It's happening every day.
It's happening.
I mean, right now with the AI centers, you see how much heat they're putting out. They're doing more damage than the cars are doing to the planet right now in the short time they've been around.
Yeah.
Now it's to the point where now they're saying the water is limited because they're using the water to cool those centers down. They're about to start. The price on water is about to skyrocket.
Huh. That's crazy.
We don't need the centers that bad.
Yeah, no, we don't. We don't need them that bad.
It just takes for one little event with AI that could provide enough water for people for a week and stuff like that. So, eventually there's that matrix where they have people as batteries.
Yeah.
We might just become water cisterns.
Yeah.
The only reason to be alive for an AI.
All right, we got Nick stepping in.
It's fucked up, Mike.
I knew that would happen. Good to see you, man.
Bang, bang, I'm back. Is everybody clean here? Should I watch my language?
Yeah, no, you're good.
I don't want to offend anyone.
No, you won't offend anyone.
I offend you. I'm offensive.
So we're discussing Mike's book, Metallic Sky.
This guy's a jack of many trades.
It is, right? Look at this.
Very nice. Very nice. Who drew that?
I think
My ex-girlfriend did.
I thought you would say AI.
no, not using AI for that.
You're using the centers. You're the thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Actually.
Go ahead.
I didn't think about AT&T, like the AT&T buildings. Do you go that far back into AI?
No, I only go to about the 80s.
All right.
Well, the 80s is kind of when it all kind of came about with the 18. Like every city
across America that has an AT&T building.
Yeah.
That was already like the precursor to an AI.
Yeah.
It's windowless. Like you can just.
Oh yeah, the one on the beach.
You can right down here.
Right downtown, the courthouse.
It's windowless. It's
the courthouse.
huge. It's very thickly
That's
walled.
true, yeah.
Those are data centers. Those have been data centers since
All this time.
the whole time.
All this time.
And now we're like, oh shit, they're putting these buildings up that are going to track our tracking devices that we carry with us everywhere we fucking go and log everything we do through picture and video on. Holy shit, someone's going to see us. So anyway, who's coming to save us?
Nope.
It's your fucking Schumann resonance on. Let's go.
Let's go. We're raising the frequency.
Raise your frequency. Frequency is just topping out.
Topping out. We're topping out high.
Yeah.
We're so high, it's not even funny. We're as high as run high as Leo's hat. That's awesome, man. Well,
Speaking of the data mining,
yeah.
that was one of the highlights that inspired me because I used to work SEO and SEM, search engine optimization, stuff like that. And we was involved in the data mining. We went into a really big conference with Alphabet, all the big wigs and stuff like that over there in Fort Myers in Florida.
Yep.
That was where I learned about how they were just going to track everybody, that they were going to take all their information. And I spoke about the Privacy Act and the Fourth Amendment. They're like, no, we already got that taken care of.
Yeah.
And 2 years later, they did.
You didn't think they had that backed up, ready to go. These guys are just shooting from the hip on global policy.
Right.
Let me ask you, Mike, in the end, do we win or does AI win?
Yeah.
That's the fourth book.
Oh, there you go.
Damn it, Mike. Cliffhanger me like that.
I know, right?
Unbelievable. 5 books. You're going to cliffhanger us again? Can you just tell us, do we win?
We got
Everyone's looking for, I need an oracle. Tell me if we win. God damn it. I don't like that answer.
There's a lot left. What?
There's a lot less of us at the end.
There's a lot less of that. Makes sense. Though.
Yeah.
So a mass culmination event is what we're saying.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a good time.
Prepare. We're at Filthy's. How can we not be ready for this?
Get your shitty pizza now.
Yeah, get your pizza now. Get your merch. Get your hat. We got you a T-shirt for being on the show here. So we got Nick's T-shirt waiting for him. It's been waiting for a couple months. So
I'm twilighting as a 10U baseball coach every second of every day.
Yeah, that's good though. Yeah. You got to be a dad too. We still have to live life. We try to wake people up, but we still have to live. We still have to. We have to still have to.
The system skirt.
Yeah, we have to skirt. Yeah, you have to. You have to unplug from the matrix.
Exist in both worlds.
Exist in both.
It's not the easiest thing.
Oh, no, it's not.
I explained to my daughter today, my 6-year-old daughter, how all water is poop water, and she was just like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "Well, honey, this is the way it works with water. Well, the way the water treatment works is all water that comes back out of the sink." At one point, it's poop water. And she was not great with that. She said she's quitting water, which is the only thing she drinks. But now I explained to her anything wet. I know I said. No, listen, and halfway through, I was like,
now you got a hydration problem.
We're gonna have to hook her up to IV, and she's still gonna think we're putting poop water in her vein. Right? Like, I don't anyway. I try to tell my kids the truth, sometimes to my own chagrin. But, I had to explain how all water is poop water.
Oh, my God. Well, this is classic.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And it's turning the frogs gay.
It's all poop water. Oh, my God. That is
every
funny.
bit of it.
But you have to be honest with them. So
yeah.
You have to at least tell some truth.
You gotta wait to be honest.
You gotta wake your kids up.
Oh, and here's, having this place, I always think my staff is like an extra bit of my family, to a point where I like to help these kids do their thing and kind of help them through their visions. But Colin's been a good friend of mine for a long time and an original customer here. Yeah. And he's a pilot now, and he got his pilot's license in 3 weeks. So good luck with all that. Who the fuck is flying with him? But anyway, Colin was up in the air, and he likes to be a dickhead because he can't send me a picture of the fucking flat Earth, right? I'm looking for something. Where's your curve? He won't send any of that shit to me. I've told him countless times, just send me a picture of the fucking curve. So yesterday, he sends me a shot of an airplane that's spraying a quote unquote contrail, and then he shows me on his phone that Frontier Airlines is doing it, and it's a Frontier flight. And he wanted to be a smartass about it. And he's like, oh, you know, those Frontier guys spraying those chemtrails. And I said, yeah, Spirit just fucking closed. Everybody's got a side hustle, brother.
Exactly.
If they offer you another $500,000 to hook those sulfuric poison bags on your fucking wings and go, you're going to take it.
All day long.
Because Frontier's facing. So you might have just uncovered the next side hustle for airlines.
Exactly. It's true.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm feeding it into the public's head and my staff's head and my children's head. So hopefully one day I'm gone. They could at least write on my gravestone. This guy talked about a lot of crazy shit.
Right. That's what we're here for. Look what it's turned into.
I mean,
look at this.
This is
cool.
I don't know if we could be letting a school zone with this accompaniment.
But we're bringing people together. That's number one. And thank you for having us, Nick, letting us do this.
Well, and it's, you guys have, it was such a liquid thing in the beginning. We didn't know how it was going to go and what you guys have done in the time that I haven't been here.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to be a part of it. So this week I said, let's come on back and let's get some topics. So
absolutely,
you boys jump into a topic.
Yeah. All right. Well, his book is a good one, Depopulation Control. We talked about the data sets. We talked about the guide stones. We talked about those things in the past. And so, where are we headed? That's what people want to know. People are asking, do we try to wake more people up, or are we done? Are we going to just have to protect ourselves? Or we save ourselves? What do you think?
I think everybody has to pick their own path. Obviously, not everyone's a hero. Not everyone will stand and fight. Some people might only be able to stand and fight for themselves, which is admirable. And some people might tuck and run and take the blade because, it is what it is. But you just try to extract whatever little bit of happiness you can out every day because something big's coming. Everyone's talking about it. It's not like there's no conspiracy to talk about depopulation. It's in the mainstream. It's the Klaus Schwabs of the world. It's so in, and we feel that it's coming. Everything you see says 2030, and that's it was a 2020 mark that got missed because they didn't put out a good enough virus, and now we're into 2030, and now the global reset, right? What's going on with Bitcoin? How they're flooring Bitcoin, gold, and silver to replace the currency, but everybody's just making one last bull run in it, and then the dollar's dead. The bond market's about to explode.
Exactly.
Nothing's been more expensive ever on record.
Nope.
The quote unquote president of the United States now is openly telling you he doesn't give a flying fuck.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that it's going to be great on the other side of this war. I mean, the thing that people need to realize is they have to find their center and pick those little pieces of happiness because ultimately up against the goal, my standing on it. And Joe Zepp's your positivity guy, and I'm kind of we're fucked.
Yeah, I know.
So take the trip to Disney World and keep the pedophiles off your kids.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? Want to ride the rides. I just don't want you to touch me.
Yeah. Don't take me in the tunnels.
But there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to hide.
There's not.
Where are you going?
There isn't. No, you're
5Gs and datas, and there's a collection on everything. There's a web. You can't outrun anything. It's cameras at every corner. So when the shit hits the fan, you stand and fight. And what happens?
You're right. And that's true. And you and I have talked over the years, and we didn't know each other before COVID. We did, but we didn't. And now we're here sitting in your place of business. Everybody knows this place and love this place. And then we're doing a show like this, and we're part of an awakening that I look at, that we did start something in our small town to be able to at least talk about these things and bring them to light so that we're not doing nothing.
Right.
We're not sitting on our hands, and that's the beauty of it. You helped us with our TGI Now podcast, getting that going, helping us get a lot of local listeners to pay attention. We have local people here in town that are here right now and listening online. And so we aren't sitting on our hands. So that's what I like, is that you inspired me when you stood up in front of the county and was like, no, we're not masking up. We're not doing this. I'll keep fighting until you wake up. I'll never forget that. Yeah. You holding that sign. I'll keep fighting until you wake up.
Yeah.
And that's inspired me right at that moment. I'm getting chills because it did. I was like, wow, look at Nick. Nick's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to fight for this. And I'm going to try to save as many people as I can to see that I'm going to do this. I'm not going to sit back and go, well, we're fucked. Even though that we're heading in that direction.
Yeah. It's it.
If it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's warning people on the Titanic.
Exactly.
Right? Like it's like, hey, this is bad news, bears, and it just you can feel it closing in every step of every way of every day.
Every day.
It's getting worse and worse. And as a business owner, it's getting harder and harder. As a property owner with tenants, it's getting harder. You know, we have multiple businesses and none of them are flourishing. And that's just kind of the way everything is right now. And you can talk to 20 different people across 20 different, you know, it's just all the same. Everyone's feeling shit right now.
All around the board.
Yeah. Nothing good is happening. And you have to make positivity in your day. You have to wake up and make sure you feel positive and, you know, to Joe's happiness.
Well, we got to sprinkle some happiness.
You got to try to raise your own vibration. And is it easy to do? No, because I have 2 small children. Do I have to put on the fucking face? Yes. Does the mask slip occasionally? Of course. I'm human. But like, I'm trying to raise 2 kids that understand the way the world works. And, meanwhile, trying to swim in the bucket of milk until it's fucking cheese, right? That's just what this is. Kick it down the road.
Right.
Hopefully no big travesties happen.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you're right. What do you think, Rondell?
We're fucked.
You don't say that.
I think a lot of people, all right, so like they're saying this alien invasion, this fake alien invasion is coming soon. And when that happens, a lot of people are going to panic and do really dumb shit. It's sad to say, but people finna do some really dumb ass shit.
I agree with you.
Instead of staying your ass in the house, you can't fight something outside of your control. A lot of people are gonna try to do some really dumb shit.
Movie type shit.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be bad. They're gonna let people do it to themselves.
Yeah.
You're right.
Real shit. You could have just sat in the house. You could do it to yourself.
Yeah. What do you think, Mike?
I think it's going to happen sort of both of those ways, but it's going to come to a point when the people do realize that the danger that's threatening them is threatening everybody, and the only way they're going to get around it is actually join together in some fashion. And enough people are going to be able to do that to actually make a difference, but the majority of the people are not. And they're going to fall just by divide and conquering themselves. They're going to be like hurting themselves while trying to protect themselves against the people that are actually trying to help everybody.
Yeah, you're right. Divide and conquer always works. It's the oldest trick in the book. And that's why it is, because it works. And I've always told this to Nick too, and we talked about this before. Is like this place has been reset over and over and over. Tartaria, all these things, it's been reset. They get to a point, we get to certain technology, and they cull the population, like you said, and they reset this place.
Listen,
and they repopulate it all.
You have CIA agents openly going on podcasts right now and telling you that all history pre-1600 is false. These are ex-CIA intelligence ambassadors going on podcasts telling you everything's a lie. I don't know. I just don't know what it takes to break people down.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it's just, we've talked about it on the TGI Now podcast with the Cabbage Patch Kids and the mud floods and the resets and why were all these insane asylums around back in the day, sanitariums. It was to house one generation of people to rewrite history.
Yeah.
And everything pre-1600, I'd almost venture to say we weren't riding on fucking horses in 1849 and then having towering skyscrapers 10 years later in major metropolises. But, you know,
it's true. Well,
where do you get your truth?
It's true. Yeah. And I've noticed in going back to those resets, like that, you know, they used AI back then to create the fake narrative, the fake history, the false thing. Because if you go back and look, all these buildings caught fire. They always got in a fire. Everything's a fire. Now, you know, that wasn't fire. We had to rebuild it. And they only found them because they were buried in the mud flood.
It's a great storyline.
It is.
All the villains know to burn the history.
Exactly.
And then that's a storyline in a movie, and we fucking buy it.
Exactly.
And it's right history.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. No, you're right.
Victor.
There's one textbook manufacturer that writes history.
Yeah.
And who runs that?
Exactly. It's all by design. It's all part of it, you know.
Yeah.
That's all. That's you're exactly right, dude.
It's hard to unplug from years and years and years.
It is.
And I was such a retarded fucking student because I never gave in. I thought it was bullshit from the go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just something in me was like, Don't pay attention to any of this, which barely got me by, which, by the grace of God, I didn't make my mother cry. Not graduating high school, but, there was very seldom things my mom asked of me to achieve when I was a kid because she knew I wasn't aiming for the stars, but walking on that stage was one of them.
That's one of them. And you did it, and now look at you, right?
Oh, look at me now, baby.
Your business, and we're having a podcast and trying to open people's minds up a little bit. Get that can opener and twist it.
Been a wild ride, brother.
Right?
Wild ride.
And now look here we are. We got all these different podcasts that popped up. We got to have you back on the TGI Now show soon too.
Sign the wall, baby.
Sign the wall, baby.
All right. Well, if somebody else wants to jump in.
Yeah. Let me see. We got. So who's here? I know Joe wants to jump in.
Thanks for listening. Novak out.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Joe, you want to
guys
jump
having
in?
me here.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on, brother. I appreciate you. I'm gonna finish reading your book as well.
Thanks.
Guy there, yeah. Goes, yes. Bring him over, yeah. Oh, look who it is! Look who's back. Pull your bike up, brother.
Good evening.
Good to see you, pal. How you doing?
Good.
Good. You look good, bud.
Is Eddie on?
Eddie's going. No, Eddie had to go. Yeah, he was already here. You saw him, didn't you?
No, I thought he wanted to come on.
He already was on. He was already on, dude. Relax, Joe. Relax.
I wanted to comment about the story about the overpopulation or underpopulation.
Yeah.
A lot of that has to do that with China, for example. They did not count their entire population in the 1950s or 60s.
Yeah.
And they inflated the number to make themselves look stronger.
Okay.
So that's why they don't have as many people now, because they didn't ever.
Okay.
They lost tens of millions in the 1940s and 50s.
Yeah.
And they didn't have an accurate
I don't think
way to even do a census.
No, you're right. No, that makes total sense. So who we got here?
What's up, man?
Hi, hello.
My
name's Jose.
Jose? How you doing, Jose? What's up, buddy?
I'm good.
Good. You here from Vero?
I work in Vero.
Okay.
I'm up in Palm Bay.
How'd you hear about us?
Came along.
My manager frequents this bar a lot, and I just sitting over there, and it's my last day at my current job, and I saw you guys podcast. I'm like, ooh, I kind of want to join.
So vibrationally, it called him here.
Called him over here. Of
course.
Yeah. So
That's why we started this thing.
So I saw up on the screen. You guys talk about conspiracies, right?
That's correct. Yep.
All right. I have a crazy one. If you guys are open to it,
Bring it. Any topics open.
okay. So
Yep.
I don't know if you frequent TikTok a lot, but
Yep. Here and there.
so the hantavirus, right? This is my craziest theory I can think of.
All right.
Hantavirus paraded the news feed for like 2 weeks straight, maybe 3 weeks straight,
Right.
at max.
Yep.
And it on TikTok at least it covered it 3 weeks straight. Covered the entire news feed. And if you, I honestly think it was a giant hoax.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think it was made up as fuck.
I agree.
It's like we're not talking about it right now.
Yeah. No.
And guess what happened at the exact same time as hantavirus?
What was that?
The Disney cruise.
You're right.
So
when they found all those pedophiles, they found the 28 pedophiles.
I didn't even hear about it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So hantavirus was on a cruise ship, right?
Yep.
Conveniently, at the exact same time, there were 28 Disney cruise employees, all rated by the FBI
Yep.
for a sex trafficking ring going on for like the last 15 years.
Oh shit!
They were grabbing kids,
Disney,
shipping them off
Disney
somewhere.
the company, the big company did.
Yep.
Like Disney, like Walt Disney, Mickey Mouse.
Yep.
Disney.
I thought you meant Disney World, but go ahead.
Yeah, the cruise line.
Yeah. So Disney, so Disney has some cruises. On the Disney cruise, the FBI rated 28 employees during the same time as hantavirus is going on in the news feed.
Wow.
No, I'm like, I don't know. I just had alcohol. Thank you.
Look at that. You got table service. That's awesome. So let me just interrupt.
He's got an assistant.
Let me just interrupt there real quick. You're correct about that, and that Disney thing didn't hit the news feeds like you're correct. And the other thing that I don't know if you noticed, but there was a couple people that were on that hantavirus cruise who were influencers that when they got quarantined after getting off the ship, they were doing videos every day, drinking Starbucks and promoting different companies, getting Uber Eats sent to their hotel where they were being quarantined, and they were doing friggin' videos every day, these influencers. So that just proves the point that it was a hoax, and that those influencers were on that boat for a reason, and that they were being influencers, getting followers to try to fall into the trap of believing that it was real. So you hit it right on the head, Jose. Good job, buddy.
Other than that,
Yeah.
the biggest. I'm not like a giant like conspiracy buff.
Yeah.
My other one. Have you heard of Palm Beach Pete?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with him?
He has to be Epstein.
You think he's Epstein?
So,
Yeah.
I work in aviation, right?
Yeah.
So like I work on airplanes all the time. There's like, it has to be like a small chance.
Yeah.
That this is what convinced me that it's him.
Yeah.
Like the dental records, sure. Like they might maybe two people have the same like teeth.
Yeah.
No. He was filming in front of a private jet, exact same livery as Epstein's.
Really?
The exact same.
I didn't
painting,
see that. Really?
Same thing. I'm like, it's such a rare like occurrence where like you have two private jets, same make, same model, with the exact same paint
No
job.
coincidence.
It had to be. Like I love Palm Beach Pete's TikToks. But
Yeah.
like, it has to be Epstein.
Well, a lot of people think he is, and also I think he's running for mayor too. Is he running for mayor of Palm Beach or something like that? I thought I heard he was running for mayor.
The elementary school is all I'm saying.
I know. I heard he was running for mayor, so I don't know if that's even true or not. That's crazy. I know. That's wild, dude. Unbelievable. What you got, Joe?
You're
looking good, buddy.
Thanks,
You are looking good.
Yeah, he's right.
I'm working on it.
Stallone. Stallone and Rocky 3.
Nick asked me what I was going to talk about. I said, I shoot from the hip. You know what I'd like to really touch on?
Yeah.
Eddie was saying something about November 22nd, that's when the split actually happened. The split between 3D and 5D and the sort of way people like, kind of like are all splitting apart.
Yeah. This
all-
past November?
well, he gave me the date. I didn't realize it was one date.
Okay,
I wasn't sure. I thought you'd know more about it.
Okay, yeah.
But he said that was the day before then, and then after then, whatever. But I'm seeing it everywhere. I'm seeing it everywhere, and it's like what we like to talk about is how, like, vibrationally, the world is sort of raising to a higher vibe, and that the people that are kind of stuck in the matrix and stuck, sort of judging others and hating others and wanting to be better than everybody wants to be better than everybody.
Yep.
And all that's going to be sort of a thing of the past. Now, we don't know that that's going to happen, but wouldn't that be a good idea? Like, wouldn't that be something that people would want to talk about?
Yeah.
Right? Like, even if it was like a science fiction movie, hey, can you imagine a time where there's no lying because vibrationally you'll be able to feel the person, like, and then at that point it's like honest, and people are living sort of more under God's laws and being nice to each other. I feel that human beings are inherently good, and we're just taught to be this way. Kill or be killed. They've told us our whole lives is that every past like armies always killing each other, like it's like everything is death. You go back each centuries, all these wars, and that's all we do. And when we're out there, we can't be trusted because we're going to kill our fellow man just for his land, whatever. But what if it's not like that, right? What if it's not like that? If you look at September 12th after September 11th, if you saw the people that come together on September 12th, but that didn't get any press at all.
No.
Right? But everybody came together, and I've seen it happen. People come together. It's the natural way people are. If you take all that other influence away, the idea of success is, how much money you make. Is your car bigger than your neighbor's? You measure your success against your neighbor or against everybody else, and then somebody else has what they call more success than you. Well, how are you measuring that? Right? What we should say is that, whoever's a better person to each other, or how, and like I said, let's just say that this is just it's actually such a crazy idea that talking like this will get you put in a nut house.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's not even welcome at dinner parties to talk about, hey, let's have an imaginary talk about how good the world could be. Right? Yeah. Oh no. No. People are not like, so they're so.
I mean, John Lennon talked about it. He went
but that's
You're right.
What I'm suggesting is that split, the difference, the 3D, 5D split, or whatever we're calling the societal split that's happening all around us, is based, I think, in that concept. As if to say, if you're not able to even conceive of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when it happens, you're going to be really lost in that world. You're not going to be able to function in that world. You're going to be looking for the world that we live in now.
The old world. Yeah.
And that's really the saddest part, because nobody says there's any solutions, but this is the way people are. That's what you get. People are always like this. This is the way it is, Joseph, or this. It's always going to be that way. Kill them before they kill you, or whatever. And I go, and I've been saying this since I was a kid. I've been thinking about this since I was a kid. John. When I met John, he told me a story that he asked his mom, "Hey, why is that lady pushing that shopping cart?" Right?
Is she homeless?
Like, why is she homeless?
She couldn't answer. My mom couldn't answer me.
Nobody can answer.
She's like, I don't know. She's just a bag lady. Right. She's homeless.
Right. The definition of success is not the bag lady. It's not Joseph on the street corner here in Vero. There's a guy named Joseph, and he preaches the gospel on the street corner, right? Yeah. And he's not successful. Let me tell you something. I ran into Joseph at Sam's Club. I was coming out of Sam's Club.
I always see him on the way to work. It's
nice.
We see him out there, but I actually ran into him and I shook his hand. And let me tell you something. That guy's made out of light. I felt my vibration change as soon as I met him. I was like, oh my God, I've hung out with like famous people and rock stars, whatever, and I don't ask for autographs or anything like that. Joseph, I wanted his autograph.
Yeah, right.
Something that he had, I wanted to hang out with him more. Yeah. And that's what's going to happen. People don't realize, but I'm here to tell you that vibration is going to catch on. So if one person is vibing high and the other person is vibing low, what's going to happen is one of three things. Either the low vibration person is going to bring the high vibration person down, or vice versa. I'm going to bring somebody up to my vibration. Or the third thing is the split. All right, it happens. So if you watch it, like you can come in a good mood, and then everybody's talking about like, how the insurance companies raise the rates of homeowners insurance. Next thing you know, I'm bitching about my homeowners insurance, and my vibration goes down. But just imagine if that's the case, and everybody's up, and everybody's doing for their fellow man, whatever. All the troubles with the world, most of them would disappear.
They would dissolve.
I don't think soldiers want to kill other soldiers. I don't think. So the person that actually pulls the trigger has to be the one that, you under orders or whatever. But if you listen to your heart, you're not going to do that. What are we fighting for? Right? What are we fighting for? We're fighting for this piece of land and whatever. Have you ever flown across this country? Do you see how much land there is?
I know.
Do you have any idea how much? I mean, there's so much land. The whole scarcity of land is
a hoax.
It's a scam. Yeah. There's people out there that have researched it. They say you can give everybody in the United States 10 acres. It wouldn't even take up Texas. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. It wouldn't take up Texas. So what are we talking about now? And then think about the food that you could grow on that land. The resources that...
We used to live like that. That's the thing. We used to do that. That's what they don't tell you.
And everything, but we don't know. Okay, we don't know what it was like. So they say Tartaria was one of those cities. Then, when you live by let's call it the universe, how the universe is, you feel that vibration, whatever, and that's what comes out. That's when the technologies. That's when all these mankind inventions come out. What happens now if you invent a car that runs on gas? They kill you.
Yeah, easily.
Right?
Water.
Nobody says anything.
Water. Go ahead, Jose. Go ahead.
Have you seen the guy online who made gasoline from plastic?
Oh yeah, we saw it.
They were after.
Yeah,
he went dead for like 5 weeks.
We talked about that on our TGI Now podcast. Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah.
The funniest part is that when that happens at dinner parties, nobody talks about that.
Same thing in the.
But if you want to talk about Trump and blah 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 blah, they'll talk all night.
In the 80s, a guy made a car that ran out of water.
That's the guy I was talking about. They killed him. They kill a lot of people. And nobody's investigating that. You know what I mean? Nobody's going into that because the system is doing it.
Go ahead. You got anything? No?
He's got nothing? He's observant.
He's observant. He's observant.
So yeah.
Go ahead.
To offer your point, like, it's easily like a lot of your points could be said like it's how society progressed. Because like 40,000 years ago, we're all kumbaya, no drama. Right. It's like it's survival of the fittest. That's it. We were all living in like natural selection. Like it's primal. It's very primal. Like the life we were living.
It would be tribal.
And don't get me wrong. Like society and like civilization gave us benefits. Like because like it went from like savage chaos to now we're not thinking about getting eaten by an animal every five seconds, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But and this is like probably like my biggest like pet peeve of the world we live in now.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys aware with I don't know his full name, I'm sorry, but Dante, the guy who wrote Dante's Inferno?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He put politicians and schemers in the 7th level of hell. There's 9 levels of hell. In the 7th, in his fiction of like how hell is built.
Right.
We have been living in a dream world.
Correct.
A matrix, if you will, like you said.
That is
by politicians who built this shit. I don't know why we accept this into our lives.
We do.
Politicians, they make their money. They're all like millionaires, billionaires. And we're all like working class.
People get angry if you
They scheme and they tell us what to think and what to feel.
Well, you know
and how
what?
to work.
We're all doing.
Well, you know what that is that a lot of these people you're talking about is they've given their spirit up to disembodied to spirit, other spirits, other realms, other bodies of evil. And so they've given up their soul in order to have that. Exactly. They bring that's what they want to do. So they give up their soul to be able to have this fame and fortune. Just like in the Matrix, remember when Cypher is eating the steak when he eating the steak and he goes, I know this steak is fake. I know it's
rather live in a fake world than a real world.
Because he gets rich. Well, because he found out the truth. And so the truth was I have to eat this goop and I gotta be awake to this whole world and I can't do this anymore. I'd rather be in the Matrix and be rich and be famous.
The struggles of life are realer and more satiating than living in a fake world.
I agree.
Made up by man.
I agree because
it's honestly.
And that's what we're talking about. Like you're one of the people that we're talking about. But if you speak out on that, like even this group and doing this, whatever, John and I were talking, we said, there's no place to go where you can even have these conversations. Like in the first place.
Get shut down by
let's just talk about the guy that died and made the car running on water, right? Just bringing that up. Right away, people go, "Oh, he's a cook," blah, 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 blah. Like he's a kook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you talk about war or whatever or anything negative, and because they accept that, but you can't even imagine a better life. What you're saying is that you're not only accepting the world as it is, but you don't even want it to change, like because you don't think it's even possible, and that's why it doesn't change. Us, people that think it is possible, that's why it's going to manifest. There's more of us now than ever, and more than that, it doesn't take a lot of people. One person, and there's 2 people thinking the same thing. That's multiplied by 10. 3 people is multiplied by 100. 4 people is multiplied by 1,000. Eddie was quoting the Bible before as God as it's written in the Bible. I don't know the exact quote, but it's referring to 3 people together and how powerful that is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's vibrational and how it doubles and triples when you're around people, and it also works with the negative though too. You understand? It works with the negative too, and that's what everybody's like. It's a giant spell. Okay,
well,
it's a giant spell.
Well, you hit it right on the head because it is a spell. We're put under a spell because of alcohol, pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceuticals is a big one. Pharmakia, that's sorcery. So you're put under a spell by taking these prescription medications, these Xanaxes, and these things that you think you need because you're on anxiety and you got problems, you can't think straight, you can't focus, but you don't realize you're putting yourself under a spell.
It's like, how did humanity survive for 40,000 years without this shit?
Because it's all by design.
It's fabrication.
So then when you look at it that way, they introduce all these things over time, and then, like I was telling Nick Novak earlier, is that they reset this place. So they do it over time. They poison the land, they poison the air, they poison the food, they poison the water, and then they reset it, and then you start all over again, and they do it all over again.
Isn't Florida the greatest example of that too?
What's that?
Florida is the greatest example of that too. We have one of the most beautiful biodiverse ecosystems here.
Yeah.
Fucking murdered over a decade.
Yeah, you can't even get citrus. You can't get citrus anymore. Where's the oranges?
Tree state, and I have not seen an orange tree in fucking my whole lifetime. I have to drive through bumfuck nowhere to see an orange tree.
It's so true. I have an orange tree. In my house, and it barely grows any fruit. It's just like it barely survives. It's like tries real hard, but nothing happens.
When we talk about a reset, whatever, that to me says that people have been catching on, and that's why they have to do the reset.
Yeah.
Why do they poison us? Well, what I believe about that is not so much that why they poison us. I believe that why they poison us because we're. What was that?
Nice.
Okay, but why we're see that's what I mean. You see, when it's negative, it'll just go to a bit.
We have a question real quick. So
poison us for that reason, so because we're so powerful.
You said you worked with planes. You said
So I currently work on avionics.
Okay.
It's basically, I like to explain to people who don't know the industry. I'm like a electrician for airplanes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we have a question.
Oh, yeah,
If you think that the Earth is round or flat because you work on planes, you talk to pilots, stuff like that. What do you think?
So like I said earlier,
Yeah.
like I have like some theories going on in the background, and like I know like history and literature, so like I know like kind of how the world was before.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not one to disparage one's beliefs, but like I personally, I'm not going to deny the Earth is round.
Yeah.
I think the Earth is round.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that like the space industry, like NASA.
Yep.
I'm actually kind of like happy that we're getting some like privatization in space, because that means we're gonna get more innovation.
Okay.
So like I've always been a believer that you know, I always love space, so I definitely think the Earth is round.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Chad.
No.
Sorry. I think the Earth-
No, you have. This is why we do this. But let me ask you this: so you think it's round? So a lot of people think that planes don't really run on jet fuel because there's not a lot that you can put fuel in a plane, because you can't put all that fuel in a wing. How is that? Is that it? What do you think of that?
So
That they run on hydrogen, like hydro. They don't really use jet fuel.
So it would be amazing if they ran on hydrogen.
Yeah, yeah.
Hydrogen's a clean
No,
energy.
hydrogen.
We actually have some cars that run on hydrogen.
Yeah.
And I would love if they had gas pumps that served hydrogen.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of those around, unfortunately.
But planes
Planes do
The
not.
concept is that the air comes through the
When it comes
The
to
turbine.
aviation gasoline,
Yeah.
It's higher octane than the ones you'll see at the gas stations around town.
Okay.
The lowest will be at 100 octane,
Okay.
and that's 100 low lead. That's the one I usually planes we work on.
Okay.
It's general aviation, like the small, like Cessnas you see.
Yeah.
Higher octane, even above 100, would be Jet A's. What's
Okay,
called,
yeah.
and all those Jet A's.
Okay. Have you seen where they put jet fuel in the plane? Like they fill it up like a gas?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah. It's just higher octane fuel than you
Okay.
put in your gas station.
Yeah. I've just been told like the bigger planes, it's hard for them to carry all that fuel in those wings because they take so much fuel that it'd be like kind of hard to put all that fuel in a plane.
Mind you, the fuel tanks for the planes I work,
Yeah.
they're little small guys,
Yeah.
like that hold like max 4 people.
Okay.
The fuel tank's about like this big, about this big.
Okay. Yep.
A foot, 2 wide,
Yeah.
3 foot tall.
Okay.
Dimension wise.
Okay. All right.
And those are some of the small guys.
Gotcha.
The big guys have big fuel tanks.
Fuel
on them.
tanks. Okay. All
And
right.
they have high octane fuel,
Okay.
and they have turbofan engines, which are gigantic fans
That's what okay.
that intake the fuel, spit it out,
Okay.
burn it, and spit it out at
Gotcha.
high velocity.
Okay.
So, you know, if I hear about a international flight between like Australia and the U.S., I
Yeah.
don't bat an eye about that kind of stuff.
Okay. All right.
Flat
All right. That answered. Okay. That answered.
Have you researched flat Earth?
I have not. I've seen some, like videos about like flat earthers trying to
All right,
prove.
so come back next month and tell us how you did.
I'll say this: like it's not really research. It's like me like seeing it passively. I've seen like all the videos of flat earthers trying to prove the Earth was flat, but like failing.
No,
Like there was a guy who set up an experiment where he had like fences, right? And he put holes through the fences, and he had a light on one end and a cameraman on one end. Ideally, if the Earth was flat, as soon as the cameraman holds his flashlight up, he will see the light pass through.
There's
Because the
at
Earth
least
is flat, and the light will go straight in a straight line across.
they do it with lasers. It's been proven it works every time.
Well, the video I saw, as soon as the
I mean,
cameraman put the flashlight down,
Look,
the light went away.
It's a matter of opinion. They make just as many videos like that as they do. You know, the real point is like most people don't even know the actual story, like how fast the Earth is spinning. What they tell us, I'm not making this up.
Yeah.
And how fast it's spinning, and how fast we're going around the sun, and how fast the sun is moving through the universe. It's preposterous numbers, right?
Well, I think the reason why people think it's preposterous is because it scares them.
Well,
Because like
whatever the reason.
if you think about, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
All right. If you think about it, it scares a lot of people because they're like, why does anything matter? Because
right. Well,
we're
that's a good
these
question.
Tiny little ants on this tiny little planet,
Right.
in this tiny little solar system,
Exactly.
in this tiny little galaxy.
That's what they're selling us on a cosmic accident. That's what they're saying.
I think in the end, if you think about it like that, like of course nothing matters. Do whatever the fuck you want. Like
that's not. But that's not.
But like the way I live my life, at least I know all this. I accept all this to be true. Like the galaxy's like the universe is immense. The way I live my life, I give purpose to myself. As long as I'm happy, as long as I am a good person,
right.
I'll live my life the way I want.
Right.
And if people want to like say like it can't be possible because it's so big, I'm like,
well, but you
maybe you're full of yourself.
You could look at it this way too. You could look at it like this: is that it could be round, but it could be a lot bigger than they tell us, and so that
the ice wall.
Exactly. So it's a lot bigger.
I want it to be true.
Well, yeah. So the dimensions, like he said, is like they give you these numbers to tell us how big the Earth is. But if those numbers aren't correct, if they're a lie, then the Earth is bigger than it is, and so that would make it look flat.
I want the ice wall to be so real.
But it would make it look flat because we're here, but there's more land outside the ice wall.
I kind of see your point because of the map projections. Because like it's known knowledge about the map projections. There's different map projections of the world.
Yes.
Like Greenland's not as big as we think it is.
Exactly.
Because it's the Mercadian projection of the map that we accepted in the U.S.
Yeah.
But in Africa, they have an Africa sense. In China, they have China Central.
That's true. It's true.
I would love the ice wall to be real.
On the other side of the ice wall.
I want Agartha to be real.
We'll go
go there.
Well, yeah. The best thing to do for that, the ice wall, is to look up Admiral Byrne.
I've heard about that.
Yeah. So watch his videos.
There's a lot to
that.
Like I said,
he went there and he saw more land.
Yeah.
Then he was like, "Whoa, wait a minute! Why have we got all this land here?"
Honestly,
five-star.
Knowing how like the federal government works, I'm sure it's true, Phil.
Well, look,
I'm sure it's true.
Conceptually, most people will say, "Well, why would they lie?" Right?
Yeah.
That's the big question. And to me, it's so obvious. What they're saying is that this bang, that the Big Bang that we don't know what caused it, happened, and just by some miracle, life is even on this planet. There's no life on other planets, whatever. And then we're spinning all these, and we're just flying through this.
Disclosure day.
Do you think there's no life on other planets?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just talking about what's sold to us right now.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about my opinion at all.
Okay.
I'm just saying what's been taught to us. This is what's taught to us, right? That's what everybody else thinks. People,
I have a question.
We're getting ready to wrap up, so go ahead. Go.
Okay.
Now, the planet Mars, you've heard of it, correct?
Yeah.
Is it a planet?
Of course.
It's an outer land.
Is it round? Or is it
Yeah.
I
would say it's round.
I feel it's an infinite plane, so no, it's not round.
not round? How about Uranus or Neptune?
Oh, that's round. It's hairy too.
Thanks for telling us.
No, you're all shit.
I have all that stuff. I'll show it to you. It's all real in a different way. In a different way.
I'll pose you with this question.
They're the lights in the sky that God gave us. They're in the firmament.
Go ahead.
Why do you think
They're to guide us.
So why do you think the celestial bodies are flat? Why not round?
It's a torus field, okay? It's not flat or round. We live in a torus field. Okay?
So
all energy, everything that it's. I have to show you. I can't explain it to you in this amount of time.
Yeah.
But everything, the atom. You ever see a description of the atom? It's a torus field. It's the energy spinning around. Okay, and that's what it is. We live on that plane underneath, and that's why it's. More importantly, like I said, just the concepts of what they teach us. Yeah. People can't even agree on that. But the fact is, why do they lie about it? That's the question, right? And to me, if you're a speck flying through the universe, whatever, it's godless, okay? But on the flat Earth model and with the firmament over, it's God made the firmament and he sits on the throne right above us, looks down on us like grasshoppers. Yeah. At that point, you say to yourself,
look at his face.
Well, that's the Bible. That's the Bible.
Yeah.
So
it is in the Bible.
I didn't write it. Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is that's the concept that they sell us, and I think that's the reason why they sell us that concept to take us away from God.
Yeah, that's fair. I would say it sits on us like grasshoppers. I'm not like deep religious, but you know, I believe in a higher power.
Yeah.
I'm not one to say like atheists will say like, oh, like God's not real. I'm like, who are you to say like you don't know everything? Like how I observe the universe, there's definitely a higher power. I'd call him God. I pray to him when I'm in need.
Yeah.
And I would say he deeply loves us and is involved in our lives.
Most people, well, people that I know that don't believe in God, whatever, because God wouldn't make all these bad things happen. And if you read the Bible and you understand that God loves us so much, gave us free will, and in reality, people make bad things happen.
We do it to ourselves.
The devil, the devil, and the evil spirits, the great liar, the great deceiver, deceives people into doing these things. Okay, why did God give us free will? He gave us free will, and thusly we can be fooled by the devil. See, and that's what's happening.
I've never believed in the devil. I think when people speak of the devil, it's our innate.
It's his word,
like fucked up desires. And what it is to be a good person, whether you're a Christian, a Jew, a Muslim, whatever you are, to be a good person, you have to look at all your deep desires that are like messed up. Fuck that. Like I'm not that kind of person.
Good for you, man.
You have to better whatever makes you feel like you are a better person. Like
exactly.
Like I am living this life I am now because I want to prove to myself, not to heaven, not to I'm not trying to get into heaven. I want to prove to myself. For me, I want to live my life for me.
But that is the heaven. That is the heaven. That's what
Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness.
That's what Jesus taught, to go inside. Okay, that heaven's inside us all.
Good for you, man.
It's not on the outskirts. It's inside of us. And once we start doing that and going inside, you'll get your answers.
Good for you, Jose.
That's what I encourage people to do. If they have questions, go inside.
It's the whole thing.
Get the answers.
The YOLO thing. If I only live once. I better make it a good life for me.
Exactly.
I want to be a good person. I want to live a good life. I want to be happy.
Exactly.
I don't care how big the universe is. I don't care
think
whether there's a God. I just want to live for me.
When you do something nice for others, it automatically makes you happy. It's just a thing. Okay? It's a thing. It happens. Try it. Try it.
Good for you.
You will feel better. Guarantee it.
All right, we got to wrap up on that one. That's good though. That's great, Jose. We thank you for coming. Tell your friends about it. Bring some more guys to come in. We love having these conversations.
Thank everybody for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man.
I hope we've been entertaining chat.
No, that was great. No, we're gonna hang it afterwards. Yeah, we'll be here. We're not going nowhere. All right, cool.
We made it another month.
We did it. Yeah, we're almost at a year.
One more day.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in, and we thank Nick Novak and Filthies and his wife for having us. Let us have this here, and tune into TGI Now on Tuesday nights. Tune into the To The Point podcast on Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock. TGI Now is at 8 o'clock on Tuesday nights, and then we also have the Board Report podcast on Fridays live at 7 p.m. That's everything local, Board Report, politics, that kind of stuff. If you're into that, but we appreciate it. Hey, Mike, thanks for doing it, Mike. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you guys for doing this, and thank you to Nick for letting us use his place every month. And it's hopefully we get a little bit more audience, and we can boost this up a little more.
Yeah. We had a good crowd today, and we'll get more people. Yeah.
We did have Joanne in the comment section.
Hey, don't forget. Thank you guys again. Don't forget to give us a like, give us a share. That's all we ask for this evening.
Yep.
So thank you guys.
I didn't have there you go, Leo. I know you're back on it. But yeah, so thanks for everybody for jumping in the comment section. This is Nightcore. He's referencing. I can't even pronounce that. Can you see that, John? I don't have my glasses. Jeranism's flashlight video that was claimed to be laser. Yeah. Yeah, Joanne, we're winging it.
We're winging it. Yeah, we're almost done.
Yeah. So, anyways, thank you guys for dropping your comments. Make sure you follow us. Check out our merch at ircmedia.net once again, and thank you. Support us. By representing America. We got our USA 250 shirts out, and now you can also order our Conspiracy Club shirts online also. So
sweet.
Look forward to that. So,
all right,
let's get out.
All right,
good.
All right, we're out.
All right,
thanks, buddy.